Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Matt Riddle spoke to wrestling's Kevin Kellam in an exclusive interview and clarified the past rumors of his pitched Royal Rumble win, revealing the crazy story and how Brock Lesnar shot it down. Matt Riddle's presence in WWE seemed to have spun the wheels of quite a few superstars. He admitted that he found it difficult to work with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and he was known for his social media antics where he called out legends like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, much to the chagrin of both of them. Matt Riddle told Kevin Kellam that there was a pitch for him to win the Royal Rumble and even eliminate Brock Lesnar, but that was shot down by the Beast incarnate. You can watch the full video below. The King of Bros had a highly publicized confrontation with Goldberg backstage several years ago at SummerSlam, one that was filmed and posted. What wasn't filmed was his real-life meeting with Brock Lesnar, one that didn't go according to plan. Safe to say, Brock Lesnar didn't like Matt Riddle and told him to stop using his name as they were never going to wrestle. In an interview with ESPN, Riddle said, reflecting on it in a later interview with Ariel Helwani on BT Sport, Riddle understood why he rubbed Lesnar and Goldberg the wrong way. From his view, Lesnar didn't view him as valuable enough to want to work with. Introduction. In the world of professional wrestling, ideas can come and go faster than a suplex. WWE, one of the most powerful entities in the wrestling industry, is known for its constant creativity and, at times, unpredictable twists. While it's not uncommon for the company to have high hopes for certain superstars, some ideas simply don't come to fruition. In an exclusive interview, former WWE superstar Matt Riddle has shared a mind-blowing story that not only reveals the incredible pitch WWE had for him to win the Royal Rumble, but also dives deep into why this unique opportunity ultimately never saw the light of day. Matt Riddle's journey to WWE is one of the most fascinating stories in recent wrestling history. Known for his laid-back persona, intense in-ring style, and previous MMA background, Riddle quickly became a fan favorite after joining NXT and later making his way to the main roster. However, what might have been an even bigger moment in his WWE career was the pitch WWE made for him to win the prestigious Royal Rumble match. Riddle's revelation is filled with shocking twists and backstage drama, including the involvement of the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, who had a significant role in why the plans were eventually scrapped. So what was this insane pitch? Why was it rejected? And how did it all come to a sudden halt? In this in-depth feature, we break down every element of the story and explore what might have been for Matt Riddle. The pitch, a Riddle Rock moment for the ages. It was late in 2019 when Matt Riddle first heard about a potentially massive opportunity. The Royal Rumble match was around the corner, and with it came the usual speculation of who would emerge victorious and set the stage for WrestleMania. While the Rumble match itself is a highly coveted spot, WWE had something extraordinary in mind for Riddle. According to Riddle, WWE's creative team presented an ambitious idea where he would not only enter the Royal Rumble, but ultimately emerge victorious. This would set up a major confrontation between him and WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But what made this pitch even more intriguing was the fact that it wasn't just about Riddle winning. It was about making him the face of the company in a way that had never been done before. In Riddle's version of the story, he was pitched as someone who would break out of the traditional mold of the Rumble victor. Usually, the Royal Rumble winner is a heavyweight or someone with a massive physical presence. But WWE's pitch was for Riddle to be the unlikely hero, someone who didn't fit the typical mold, but who would use his unique combination of skills to overcome the odds. It would be a David versus Goliath story on a grand stage, a new chapter for the company's landscape. We were talking about how I could enter and surprise people. The idea was that I could enter the Royal Rumble match, maybe in a number that wasn't too high on the list, and gradually make my way through. Then, the final moments of the match would be me and Brock, face-to-face, fighting for the chance to go to WrestleMania. It was a pretty wild idea. They wanted to position me as this underdog, Riddle recalls. The idea of Riddle versus Lesnar was not only enticing from a storytelling perspective, but it also aligned with the company's desire to feature fresh matchups at WrestleMania. Riddle, despite being relatively new to the main roster, had already proven himself as a capable in-ring performer. His MMA background and unique persona made him an ideal candidate for such a significant match. The Lesnar factor. The Beast's influence. While the creative pitch for Riddle was bold and audacious, there was one significant hurdle in its path: Brock Lesnar. The Beast incarnate, who had been a dominant figure in WWE for years, would play a pivotal role in the Royal Rumble match and the overall direction of the story. As Riddle explains, Brock Lesnar was a key part of WWE's vision for the Royal Rumble. He was not only going to be one of the favorites to win the match, but he would also have a significant amount of input into how the Rumble would unfold. Lesnar, as a top star, had significant influence over his storyline and the direction in which his character would go, especially when it came to WrestleMania. Riddle remembers the moment he was told that Lesnar had a say in the creative plans. "I had heard that Brock wasn't exactly on board with the idea. The pitch was something new for WWE, and I think Brock was concerned about how it would make him look. I understand that he's been the top guy for so long, and anything new or different might rattle his position." The tension between the two competitors was palpable behind the scenes. While Riddle was eager to prove himself, the idea of him being involved in a significant storyline with Lesnar brought with it some complexities. Lesnar's position as a top-tier attraction and WWE's biggest draw meant that the company was unlikely to push Riddle past him without significant backing from Lesnar himself. There were moments when we thought it might happen, but as time went on, Brock started to question if it was the right call, Riddle explains. The pitch was bold, but not everyone saw it the same way. I think he felt that it could weaken him if he lost to someone like me, especially with the story that was being told. Despite the fact that the idea was intriguing on paper, Brock Lesnar was ultimately hesitant about the prospect of losing to Riddle. After all, Lesnar had spent years as the unstoppable force in WWE. The idea of putting someone over, especially someone who had only recently joined the main roster, didn't sit well with him. This was especially true given the emphasis WWE had placed on building Lesnar as an indestructible force. I think Brock's rejection of the idea wasn't personal, Riddle admits. It was just business. He's been in this industry for a long time, and I understand his concerns. But at the same time, it would have been a huge opportunity for me. I think it could have been something special. The rejection, backstage politics, and changing plans. The idea was eventually shelved, and Matt Riddle was not included in the 2020 Royal Rumble match in the way that had been initially pitched. While Riddle's performance in the Rumble itself wasn't anything to scoff at, it was clear that WWE's creative direction had changed. Rather than positioning Riddle as the underdog challenger to Brock Lesnar, the company chose to have Lesnar dominate the match, throwing out a number of competitors in rapid succession. "I had no hard feelings about it," Riddle says. "Sometimes these things happen. I was still new to the main roster, and there were so many things happening at that time. But yeah, it was disappointing. It's one of those moments where you think, what if? What if I had won? What if that match had been different?" The rejection of the pitch also highlighted the ongoing backstage politics that influenced WWE's creative decisions. For every superstar who hopes to ascend to the next level, there are forces beyond their control that can impact their trajectory. Whether it's a matter of timing, personal politics, or the current direction of the company, WWE's decision-making process often involves more than just raw talent. In this case, Lesnar's influence, coupled with WWE's focus on creating a WrestleMania match that made sense for the company's biggest attraction, led to a change in direction. For Riddle, this meant that the dream of a showdown with Lesnar at the grandest stage of them all was not to be. What could have been? Riddle's legacy and the impact of the pitch. Looking back, Riddle reflects on the pitch with mixed emotions. While he understands why the idea was ultimately rejected, he can't help but wonder what might have been if the WWE had decided to go forward with it. It would have been a huge moment, not just for me, but for the fans as well. People were starting to get behind me, and the idea of me winning the Royal Rumble facing Brock and then going to WrestleMania was something that would have felt fresh and exciting, Riddle says. Despite the pitch being rejected, Riddle has continued to carve out a successful career for himself in WWE. He has had memorable matches, tag team runs, and even some notable rivalries with other top stars. While his story in WWE may not have unfolded as originally planned, it's clear that Riddle's place in the company's future is still significant. Ultimately, the rejected Royal Rumble pitch serves as a fascinating what-if moment in WWE history. It's a reminder of how quickly things can change in the world of professional wrestling, and how a single decision, such as Lesnar's reluctance to lose to Riddle, can alter the trajectory of a wrestler's career. Conclusion: Matt Riddle's journey to WWE has been filled with ups and downs, but the never-before-heard pitch to have him win the Royal Rumble and face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania will forever be one of the most intriguing what-ifs in wrestling history. While the plans never came to fruition, the story highlights the unpredictable nature of professional wrestling, where even the brightest stars can have their fates shaped by backstage politics and the influence of established superstars like Brock Lesnar. For Matt Riddle, the Royal Rumble pitch may have been a missed opportunity, but his future in WWE remains full of potential. Only time will tell what his next big moment will be, but the legacy of what could have been continues to be a fascinating piece of WWE's history. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.